I thought we were done talking about this, but we got to talk about it one more time. It's Alec Baldwin going back to court. Let's talk about that. Can we talk about that? In the words of Weezer, say it ain't so. But here we go. Here we go. The prosecution from the Rust case has now filed an appeal seeking to overturn the judge's decision to throw out the manslaughter charges that happened just not too long ago against Alec Baldwin. Now, what they're saying now in a one-page letter that came down to the court system saying that they're trying to articulate the grounds of the appeal. They're not really saying exactly what it is, but they are saying that there's a reason for them to keep bringing him back to court because the judge was misled and confused by Baldwin's defense team. That's the one thing they did said. Now, right now, Baldwin's team reached out and came forward to say we are sincerely doubt that Attorney General Torres will pursue this appeal, which would be further and unethical and corrupt, and it would cause some conduct that would give rise to the court's dismissal that was already supposed to be happening. It was already great they actually did that. So, I mean, honestly, of course his team's going to be saying, yeah, this, if we listen to these people, it's going to disrupt what the court already said, and the court's word is right. It's final. It's great. But that's what you're going to say when you're worried about going to jail for, again, how many months now. It wasn't even like years. It was I think it was like 8 months he was supposed to go to jail if he was actually found guilty, found liable for this. But right now, all the charges have been dropped. Alec Baldwin thought he was done. And now, if with this, can they do this? Can they move forward? Will it happen? Will the DA actually take this on? I have a feeling I know what some people are going to say here, but to me, I think that there's a chance. I think there's a chance because they looked really sloppy. They looked so sloppy during that whole thing. The prosecution looked bad, like throwing evidence out later, withholding evidence, that's always bad. But when you withhold evidence, I don't know how you can actually come back and get this to happen again. But maybe if this does happen, I think this is going to be a situation where they're trying to make themselves look good again. I think that's what it is. Maybe they feel like their whole system looks bad, and that's how we make it happen, make it better by doing another appeal and letting this come forward. But I just don't know if it can actually happen. I just don't. I feel like it could be problematic. I think it could be problematic. But what do you think, Ron? I know you're saying yes. Do you think that this could happen? Could the DA actually be like, all right, let's do this? And I guess on a bigger scale, do you think that Alec Baldwin's team's actually scared that this is going to be something they have to deal with now?
Well, for one thing, who has this hard on for Alec Baldwin? Why keep coming up? It's like, what? Just, oh my God, let sleeping dogs lie on that one. And there's got to be, you're right, there has to be a number that you could file something with. Otherwise, there could be somebody that would just go for the rest of somebody's life in just filing an appeal. So there has to be some sort of a limit. Do I think his defense team is worried about this? Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah. And they seem pretty straightforward about the whole situation too, Ron. Like, this is against the justice system. This is not going to happen. The DA will not respect this appeal. It'll be thrown out so fast that no one's going to deal with.
Like, they're not even appealing anything about the case necessarily. They're appealing how things were presented and not presented, and it's just one of those. It's a one-off thing. I don't like it.
And it's funny that one of the guys that is filing the appeal is running for DA.
Oh, look at that, GR. Look at that. So you think that maybe he's trying to get some political aspirations moving forward too, huh, GR?
His whole case was political.
His publicity. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's file against him because he's a star and we can get some press.
Absolutely. I love that.
So GR, you think that this is dead in the water already?
It's been dead in the water now for 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a long time, but I don't know. They seem very confident, GR. They seem very confident.
Let's put it this way: it falls under the heading of it going to trial of FFC.
You and your acronyms. What is that? FFC.
What's FFC?
That fucking chance.
That fucking chance.
All right.
I like that. All right. So GR, so you think that the prosecution, do you think they have anything new that's going to come forward, GR? The fact, or do you think they're just trying to it's a Hail Mary? You think it's a Hail Mary?
It makes a Hail Mary look like an easy 5-yard pass.
It could be that. It could be that simple. But GR,
sure. Oh my God.
Yeah. Nobody that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what happens, right, Ron? We're getting up there a little bit.
Go ahead.
His ears are huge, Ron says.
It's camera angle, Ron. It's camera angle.
Yeah, the camera puts 12 pounds on your ears every
How many
camera
cameras
angle.
were on him?
There was 5 on him, so you know that's a lot. There's a lot of ear baggage happening right there. You know, all the ear baggage. Can't stop it on cruise control. Watch your ears, GR. Watch those ears. You know, you got to be very careful. Makes your ears big, and then makes everything big. Anyways, so Ron, stretch that telomere. Ron,
oh yeah. I'm waiting for that callback.
We're always doing the telomere callback. We always are. Again, though, like you think that again. Okay, so Alec Baldwin's been very vocal about this too, about how his life is moving on. We were talking about the prosecution. We're talking about the DA. We're talking about the defense. What do you think about Alec Baldwin after all this stuff? You know, he's been going through a lot. You're a producer, right? As a producer, the biggest thing they threw out in the first time was that it doesn't matter if you're a producer. We're not going to charge you based off your producer standpoints, right? So that was like one of the biggest things that happened. Do you think that he's worried now about that producer credit because of this appeal? Or do you think that, again, he's just like, he's probably sitting at home being like, I don't care. I'm buying Christmas presents, having a great time. This means nothing to me in the future.
Given what we know about Alec, I think it's the latter of what you said. He's sitting at home. He's just like, thank God that fucking thing is behind me, or here it comes again. I really don't think he's sweating it. But I did hear that Chalamet is playing him in the movie about this on Rust.
Oh, you know what? I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it. Chalamet.
I'll tell you why I doubt it. I don't think Chalamet could grow the beard.
You know what they should cast? Billy Baldwin. Give that man a job.
Or Steven.
Or Steven. Give Steven a job. Put one of his brothers in there, right?
Steven has Haley Berber, so a Bieber.
Yeah, there you go. Richard Tracy's asking, think there's more evidence? Think there's new evidence there? What do you think, Jars?
No.
Ron?
I don't think so, no.
It's a Hail Mary, as you called it.
Yeah.
Plus
Hail Mary.
So he's going to put his name in the news.
Yeah.
It does suck, though. I still would say, as we've talked about this multiple times, I was trying to get Allie on to talk about this too today, because I know Allie was very passionate about it. But I know that it's the one thing about it is too, it's like, what happens sometimes, people don't even know in the business, is that when you're a producer, sometimes you take it for back end points. Sometimes you actually can influence the the actual production. But a lot of times it doesn't happen. Sometimes you're just doing it in name only. But when you take it on a name only, you are also held liable because you are still a producer on paper. So there's a lot of responsibilities that are in line with that, with those back end points that you don't think about sometimes. Now, it sounds like Alec Baldwin was very involved with the budget stuff, and they said on set he would be like, yell, go again, and he didn't care. He was like freaking out about stuff. He was they kept saying he was unsafe. And so, like, things happen on this production, I think, at the end of the day. What happens on every production, and it's unfortunate. And, I was kind of thinking that this would be something that was like a statement, I think. But I think this is what it is. Like, it's just what it is. We have to be safer on set. We have to learn from this experience. Even if someone's not charged, nothing happens. Producer name doesn't always do those things and think about that. And I think at the end of the day, you just got to be safe. You got to be safe, and at the day, we just got to be better. We got to be better when it comes to this gun safety stuff, Ron. Real guns on set are great, Ron.
The what?
The real gun stuff where they actually use the blanks and stuff like that. It's great.
Yeah.
Well,
the production quality is amazing.
Peel said, Brian, curious if they're using live ammo on this production.
Well, that should never happen. That should never happen, GR. Never. And that's thing like that. Never. No. Usually your armorer has the blanks. They take care of them. Blanks are still dangerous. They still are. Yeah. But they're very safe about it. They take care of it. They make sure that the people are safe. The cast and the crew are safe. They're opening up the barrel. They're showing the blanks inside there. They're pulling them out. They're showing everybody. They're closing it. They're doing the whole thing, Yeah, the blankets still kill you.
That's
Look at the Crow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what killed him was a blank.
Yeah. And that's why you have to be very safe when you're doing this too. And people don't understand that sometimes. And that really bums me out. When I worked on Westworld, I was like, this is great, like what we're doing here. It's a great production. It feels like it's real with the squibs too that blow up the blood and stuff like that. So we'll see. I just hope that Chalamet nails the role when he plays it. That's all I'm saying.
I know, right?
Ryan, it's happened a couple of times where squibs have actually killed people on set.
Oh, I know that too. And they're amazing how they work, and it's scary though sometimes how great they are. So
Squib got 2 heart attacks that I know of on set.
Oh, wow. Well, that's never good too. I think Alec Baldwin, at the end of the day, hopefully learned something from this, and the whole production team learned something from this. The movie's still coming out. We can't wait to see how that does too. If it does do well or not. The husband's getting back end points now. I'm interested to see.
Oh yeah.
Low budget movies. Okay. Hey, look at this. El Santos said he worked on low budget films. This hasn't happened. It's true. You can work on low budget stuff. I would say sometimes you're more crafty and more efficient on low budget stuff. But I think that Alec Baldwin comes from the world of like big stuff that he just wants to be a certain way. It's not that way. And then you're pushing the barriers of what you're doing. And then you're freaking people out that aren't prepared for that. And then somebody gets hurt, Yeah. That's not good. That's just not good.
Anytime someone dies on a set, it's a heartbreak.
Yeah, never should happen. We gotta learn from it. We gotta grow from it. We gotta move on again too. And I'm interested to see if the prosecution does get a chance to get something here to make it, go back in the court system. We'll have to wait and find out. Killed by a gunpowder blast. Ooh, a gunpowder blast. Appeal.
Well, that's what we were just talking about, Brian.
That was probably the crow. That was the crow, right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah. That blank, the wadding from that round still comes out of the barrel, and that's what killed him. And he went his nipple and killed him.
I can't believe you. You think you're safe. It was like Brandon Lee, right? Brandon Lee?
Yeah.
And it's so sad. It's so sad. It sucks. But hopefully we get some more news on this moving forward. We'll keep you posted as it keeps moving. Because again, we're interested to see where this goes. I know I'm fascinated. I don't think I'll be talking about this ever again. And here we are again talking about it. So we had to bring it up, keep you updated. It's like Diddy Watch. It's something new all the time. So I'm intrigued to see what happens.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.